Word on the street. What's
Good
happening?
morning, Babs.
Good morning.
We're on Munson Street, and I'm here with Eric, he's one of the people at work now, really hard at work on a long-awaited project to build a lot of new apartments right by the Canal Trail on Munson Street in New Hallville. This place has been transformed like overnight. There are cranes up and trucks and mounds of dirt all over. There's some framing on the corner. So Eric, you told me your what's your title on the job?
I'm a laborer.
And so what are you doing today? What's the word on the street today?
Today, we're connecting our sewer lines from inside the area that's being built. We're connecting into the sewer lines that run through the street outside of the job site.
So before you can build a building, you got to make sure the stuff under the ground is all in
Absolutely,
place.
absolutely, very important.
So what's your role in that? Like, what were you physically doing this morning?
I was cutting into this manhole here. And we're connecting pipe.
Hammer.
I'm hammering the hole. Right here, there's a hole right here. I'll make the hole big enough for the pipe.
And then you're gonna put the pipe into. So how'd you learn to do that, Eric?
Oh, I've been doing construction for probably some 25 years.
20, 25 years, and you work for Giordano.
Yes, I've been working with Giordano for years now.
How'd you get started? Did you know someone in construction?
How I got started, that's an interesting question. Working back in 1989, I'm sorry, 99, excuse me, working for Schiavone's.
Joel Schiavone or Schiavone Scrap Metal?
Yes, the scrap metal yard.
North Haven.
I used to pass by a job site where they were doing highway construction. And I said, I want to do that kind of work. And so I did the footwork to find out, who the company was and what I had to do. Lo and behold, they gave me a shot.
What did they teach you to do first?
Oh, heavy highway is a lot different from this work here. Heavy highway, bridges, a lot of concrete pouring.
I know you're mostly using jackhammers. You're mostly cutting into concrete, into asphalt.
We do pretty much all the grunt work.
This is like one of the grunt work. Like, I wouldn't know how to do that. I wouldn't know how to pick up that jackhammer and do it.
Trust me, it's not for everybody.
Right, but don't you have to know, like, don't you have to be careful, for instance, you don't hit the wrong thing?
Safety first, always, always. That's what the on any job site. Safety comes first.
Now, do you live around here?
Yes, I will.
Where do you live?
Right now, I'm currently on Circular Avenue,
But
I grew up in this neighborhood. New Hallville.
Circular is like 2 inches past.
Yeah.
So what's it like to be working on, like, you start out on the highway, what's it like to be working on a project that's going to be changing the face of the neighborhood where you grew up?
I'm very proud to be a part of this project.
Like, for instance, I always wondered about people who work on these construction projects. Do you ever go back and drive by something you built or worked on? Do you feel that, or am I making that up?
No,
Like, give me an example, someplace you drive by.
Real. Q Bridge.
You worked on the
I
Q
worked
Bridge?
on the Q Bridge.
What'd you do?
I got like the last 2 years of that job. All those big concrete pillars, poured a lot of those pillars.
You poured the pillars.
Yes.
So what's involved in that?
Oh, wow.
Concrete.
After the iron workers set the rebar, we come inside. We go inside the structure.
You were inside the,
and we pour the concrete, so many feet at a time. It has to be vibrated so that the concrete, takes well. Then a few more feet, and we'll saying,
does it harden and then you go up with it hard?
yeah. Oh, no. It's soft. It's soft the whole way up.
So how do you rise up?
Oh, we have to climb inside, put on harnesses.
Really? That's kind of an adventure.
It is.
Is it kind of fun?
I enjoy it. I've been doing it, for a while. I enjoy the work.
So now here you don't need a harness, obviously.
No. If this trench was any deeper though, there's a trench box that we built. I don't know if you can see it when it is. There would be a trench box
That lowers the vehicle.
which protects you from the sides caving in.
Oh.
How
many feet down is this trench?
This trench is about 4 feet. Brandon. About 4 feet.
So after you take your break, you're gonna pick up the jackhammer again and continue putting in the pipe. But what's gonna be next after that?
We'll cover it. We'll put it back in. We'll fill it back up. And we'll put that metal plate.
Uh-huh. And how many days you been on this job?
I've been here. Wow, how long has it been, Brandon? About 4 months, 5 months now?
We started last spring.
Last spring.
You've been on this this spring? Because we didn't notice as much activity as this week. Did it get stepped up or something?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you're going in gear now.
As the job progresses, we got.
But aren't we in a step now that we weren't in before, like the last couple of weeks? Is this a new phase?
Definitely.
Because there's a groundbreaking next week, right?
Groundbreaking was actually moving all of the dirt
Uh-huh.
out of that hole so these guys can do their concrete work.
Uh-huh.
If you look over here, that peak up over there of dirt,
Uh-huh.
all of that dirt was over here.
So you had to move a lot of dirt.
You go all that dirt out of the way first,
Uh-huh.
so they can come in and do their work.
Let me ask you, what do you do for fun?
Avid fishermen,
Oh, yeah, where do you go?
love to fish, freshwater, saltwater.
Uh-huh.
Pretty much
What's the last thing you caught?
largemouth bass.
When was that?
Say about 2 months ago.
Now you're talking to a largemouth bass. My name is Paul Bass.
Oh, okay.
Babs, do you have any questions, Babs, for Eric?
So you said you grew up on Ivy Street? I live on Ivy Street now.
I was like some 12 years.
Babs lives there now.
Actually, on Dixon, as a child.
Uh-huh.
I went to Martin Luther King School.
Uh-huh.
School over here now.
Yep, Amistad now.
Amistad now, yeah. Went to school, elementary school there. Did some traveling while I was younger. Came back to Connecticut.
And what do you remember about this location when it was United and all that?
My grandfather worked at this place when it was Winchester.
Okay, right on this part of it, because they had a lot of buildings.
The buildings on the far side,
Uh-huh.
Winchester. My grandfather, he retired from there.
What did he do there?
He made rifles.
I mean, there was like a specialty shop. There was
I don't know
people who did to fix
actually
the
what
tested.
he did specifically, but I know he worked there for some 30 years or so.
All right, what was his name?
His name, well, we call him Leather. That was his nickname, Leather. But Welfare, last name Welfare,
First name?
William Welfare.
Is he related to like Tish Welfare and Ryan, all those people?
No,
Welfare's in New Haven. We know
do
them.
you know Badgers, any Badgers or
Yes,
Salisbury?
I know Herb Bedbury, Bob Salisbury. Yeah.
That's my uncle, Bob Salisbury.
Oh, okay. Now I want to say I see a little trace, but I don't
Yes,
want to.
I'm from Salisbury. Bob Salisbury, my
Did you
uncle.
play hoops?
No, I played football.
All right, but he liked getting mixed up on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, he was definitely the guy.
Babs, any other questions for
No,
Eric
so
before we
so
let it get
the
back to
weather the weather has been on your side for you all to do this work.
The weather's been on your side.
Oh yes, that's been a big blessing. That's been a big blessing. You're just,
How many years you say it's been?
I've been doing this for some 20, 25 years.
Now, do you prep yourself psychologically anyway in the morning?
Yes,
You have
you
any
have.
routines?
You
Like,
have.
what's your routine?
Oh, well, for me, it's pretty much second nature now for me. I don't mind the cold. It doesn't bother me. I've worked out in the cold for many of seasons over the years. So,
Do you do anything after work to like unwind? That's any kind of routine?
pretty much I try to stay in shape, believe it or not. Even after doing this work,
Uh-huh.
I try to get to the gym
I
2 or
believe
3
it,
days a week.
especially
you know?
at Salisbury.
Yeah.
Well, anything else, Babs, for Eric?
No, I see the progress moving along so quickly.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. So, Eric, we're going to say goodbye here on Love Babs, Love Talking, WNHH
All
FM.
right, we'll see.
Word on the street on Muncie
Take it
Street.
easy. Thank you so
Over to
much,
you.
Paul. Thank you so much. Wow.